Steve here again from Mission Bell Media with another tutorial video. Today we're going to be talking about menus, how to create navigation for your site. So if I'm in my WordPress backend, you can see I can go into the Appearance panel and then into the Menus menu, and I can see here's where I create my navigation. Now, your theme will have locations established where you can create menus. So in this case, we have, if I click on the Manage Location tabs, I've got my primary menu and I've got my footer menu. So the primary one is at the top and the footer menu is obviously at the bottom. So let's just say I want to do a new menu. So I'm going to go here at Edit Menus and I'm going to create a new menu. We'll call this Alternate Nav. That's fine. And I'm going to then create the menu. All right, and now I have the option of adding in pages. These are the pages that I've got. So I could pick all of them. It doesn't really matter. And I can add those. Now, right now, those are all top level. So my navigation would go all the way across the top and it would run into the logo and it would look bad and it's not particularly intuitive. So what we want to do is we want to nest some of these underneath others. So let's take our main page. This is the order they're going to appear on the nav bar from left to right. And underneath that I've got training page, and let's say I want to put a couple of things that are going to appear underneath training pages. So let's just say these pages, they're going to appear underneath that. And let's then say that this one I actually wanted to be nested even one level deeper. So I would have to go in training page and then into contact and then into content. So now I've got my menu set up. Oh, but I want one more thing here. I want a link to an external website. So if I go here to links, I can put in a link to Google or wherever I want, and we'll call that just search. If you're running a search, normally you wouldn't be searching via Google, you'd be searching your own site. But just for the purposes of demonstration, I'll put that in there. Okay, so now you can see that's going to appear just like any item in the navigation. So if I go to my Manage Locations, sorry, we want to save that first. Then we're going to go over to Manage Locations, and our primary navigation is going to be alternate navigation. So I'm going to save the changes. And if we go out to our front end, you'll see now we've got our new navigation. Now I'm going to take this just as a little bit of a warning. If you have multiple layers, this can be a little awkward for people to get places. Especially sometimes, you get slightly off of the menu and it disappears and you end up having to go back a few times. It's annoying. So I would try and avoid using more than 2 layers of navigation if possible. If you need a third level of navigation, you might consider using a mega menu, but that's a topic for another video. Okay, now we have those menus. Here's our normal menu, but let's say we wanted to put in another menu. We haven't got a location set up for that yet, but that's not a problem. We can use any place where we can put a widget, we can put a menu. So I'm going to go back into the back end, and I am actually going to go here to menu, or to, yes, menus. We're going to create a new menu. And we're going to call this footer alternate menu. Now we've already got a menu in the footer on the bottom bar, but I'm going to create another menu. Let's just say I wanted just specific items in that. So now I am just going to put in, say, these 3 items. I'm going to say add those to the menu. Okay, I'm going to save that menu. Now you said, what's a widget? A widget is, well, it can be a lot of things. It's just a space. It's a little box where we can put predetermined little things. So if I click on widgets here, you can see these are different spaces I can put my widgets. You can see I've got my main sidebar set up with a bunch of widgets already in it. So you've got a search, you've got recent posts and comments and archives, categories. This is all stuff that would appear in a sidebar. I've got these footer columns here. They can have widgets. So I could say, all right, I want to put a custom menu. That's one of the widgets available to me here. I'm going to drop that in the footer column, and we're just going to put in menu, and then I'm going to select that footer alternate menu, and if I hit save, all right, then if I go back out to front end, down here in the footer, see now I have that alternate menu. I could put that in a sidebar, I could put that in the header, I can put that wherever I want, but you see I can have multiple different ways of getting around my site. So not every page needs to be linked into the top level navigation. If you had pages that would only be accessed from a particular page before it, you could put in a menu in that page to take you there. Anyway, having simple navigation is an important discipline. We want to help people find where they're going without giving them too many options, without people getting confused. They should be intuitive and usable. So that's all we've got for menus for today.